different when you speak these days. I close my eyes and hear the older ways. I know it's wrong to love what isn't there, but I'm obsessed with the girl who used to care. Submerged in what we were, I can't breathe in what we are. Let me stay under. I worship a reflection that you left behind, a perfect memory I built inside my mind. The girl I knew dissolved into someone new, but every night I'm still drowning next to you. Not real, just something I feel.
Alright, hello. How's it going? We are back today. I made a mistake with the stream. I ended up starting to stream on like this next week's skate video that I had set up. So I had to delete that real quick and start streaming the right one. But we're live also on Twitch and Kick. So let me just do a quick mic check. You probably heard me hearing myself there, but it seems to be working. If the game volume is too high or too low, just know. Anyway, today we're playing this game called The Last Case of John Morley. I don't know, it has like a really cool noir detective vibe. But I think it's like a bit horror. We'll find out. I messed with the options a little bit. It wanted me to run it on like super epic. Why is it not working my controller now? Controller was working before. I don't know what's going on. What if I press A? It doesn't do nothing. Alright. Let me see. What if I... log it? Okay, it's working again. Alright, we gotta do new game anyway. It says continue a new game. It's behind me, you can't see it, but... In the where was he? How had he gotten here? His legs trembled as he forced himself to stand. The weight of an unknown terror pressing down on him. Somewhere in the depths of the trees he could hear it. Something was following. So we just woke up in like a random forest somewhere. Timber is all truths beneath shadows, but the past always has a way of clawing its way back to the surface, demanding to be heard no matter the cost. I was saying, I locked it to 60 frames, because anyway, I streamed at 60 frames, but the game wanted me to run it on epic graphics and unlocked. But I know my PC is not that strong. But I mentioned this because if you decide to play this game on your own, it might run pretty well. Wait, am I like even...
I know it's following me. I can feel it.
Alright, it's just out of sync. Oh, wait, I don't want to use my mouse, I want to use my controller. Looks pretty good though. The post-processing is a bit too much. I might have the brightness a bit too high, which is why it looks like a bit washed out. I don't know. This is good though, because if not, sometimes I'm streaming and it's like super dark and my monitor it looks fine, but then on the stream it's like it's incredibly dark. And actually I think that's the case right now. I think on the stream it's dark, but my monitor is like a bit too bright. Not bright, but like
have taken such a risk.
Risk of what? I think this game has a bit of a Lovecraftian story to it, which is why I'm excited about it. Following the lanterns. I tried to do this on 21 grams and they were like, no, people can't figure it out. So then I put the thing that tells you where to go, walk 50 meters this way. And then still people couldn't figure it out. I don't know. It's very linear though, besides the lamps here, so I think it's fine. I do like getting lost in games, I like the exploration, but if I think about it, like Silent Hill 2 was also pretty linear at the beginning, like you really had no choice as to where to go. Really. I feel like here we're going back.
That sound. It's coming from the river.
I do hear that sound actually. Well, I mean, I hear water. I don't know what he's talking about. There is a bridge. Can I run? I have to hold it. I don't like that. Can I put it on toggle?
If it catches me, it will show no mercy.
If what catches me? Do we even know what's chasing us? Alright, wait. Options. Controls. Sprint. I guess there's no toggle. Wait, I can do LB as well? Okay, I think I'll do LB then, instead of holding the thumbstick down. I don't like to do that. Oh yeah, I can just do LB. Okay, great. That's fine. Just heard like a pop of a bottle.
I know it's hidden somewhere in this forest.
Really loud.
I should be able to see its light soon.
That seems like a bit too much work to build stairs
gather
like
my
that.
strength and plan how to face that monstrous thing.
For this tiny shed. What monstrous thing? Oh my god. That wasn't a monstrous thing. That was like some lady that just ate some blueberries. Yeah, I don't know. Wait, was I not supposed to die? Hospital. The piercing light of the morning sun steered John from his restless sleep for months. Strange nightmares had plagued him, and even the strongest sedatives couldn't dull the weird visions that haunted his mind. Another day in this wretched hospital. His wounds still ached, but he felt no regret despite the accident. He'd brought the culprit of those ghastly crimes to justice. After all, isn't that the duty any good private detective? Wait, he's a private detective, so he's not even like an actual cop.
John Morley,
Should be not
private
locked,
detective.
wake up in the
and
hospital.
today is a momentous day. After enduring the most exquisite tortures at the hands of those blasted nurses, and being pumped full of enough medicine to fell an ox, today I'm finally free. Who would have thought that the case of the Red Shoes murder would end the way it did? A stormy night, soaked to the skin, wrestling that brainless killer on a rooftop. Then a slip and a 5-story plunge.
Oh my god. Can't fall 5 stories and live to tell the
It
tale.
appears you're awake at last.
Well, I don't know. It
We
has
had
happened though.
considerable difficulty rousing you earlier this morning, so I deemed it best to let you rest a while longer. I bring you good news. The latest test results are favourable, and the doctor has authorised your discharge. You are now officially ready to go. I have placed your belongings on the table. Oh, and a lady stopped by this morning with some clothes from the dry cleaner.
Nightmares, resultant discharge, clothes, and a woman. What?
A woman brought my clothes from the dry cleaner. Was it Penny?
I couldn't say. She arrived quite early, before my shift began. I've placed the garments in the wardrobe to keep them from getting wrinkled.
I've been having nightmares.
The doctor has prescribed some medication that should help address any residual effects. This should assist in alleviating your nightmares.
So I'm better now.
Yes, you are much improved.
I
Both
think
your
this game,
physical and
I'm
psychological
not sure, don't quote
assessments
me
have
on this,
been
but I think it was made in
satisfactory,
Spain or
and there
something,
are
so the
no
original
impediments
language
to
of the
your
game is
return
probably
to your
Spanish, and the
normal life.
lip sync is a bit off, at least to my eyes. We'll play it in English though, just for the video.
My belongings.
I always like
I
to
thought
play
everything
things
was
on the
already in the
original
room.
There are a
language,
few
so if this was
valuables and
indeed
some
like a
coins
Spanish
which
game,
have the
but I don't know, when I open it,
They are in
I
the
mean,
box
my
on the
PC is in
table.
English and Steam's in English and everything, so obviously it's gonna
Now,
default to
if you'll
English anyway.
excuse me, I have other patients to attend to. I wish you all the best.
Look at that, magical doors that just like walked on their own. Open the case files to view character information and clues. Alright, wait, how do I... Medical discharge. Oh, this is my patient copy. Okay, 1945. Also, they talked about like a previous case. I don't know, is this a series? Was there like an older game before this one that I don't know about? Discharge, Dr. A. Forner, wishes the patient has demonstrated satisfactory improvement in all preoperative objectives. The surgical procedure conducted under protocol ETD-03 has been deemed successful in all respects. Upon completion of final tests and provided that the patient reports feeling physically and mentally prepared, medical discharge is advised. No post-operative complications are anticipated at this time. Continued observation during recovery is recommended to ensure patient stability. I can move it. Wait, can I rotate it?
That's me, the bloodhound Morley.
London. Alright, take that, I guess.
Story of my life. Nearly broke.
I can't take this with me? What's that? Watch.
Blimey, it's nearly noon. I must have lost track of time in those blasted nightmares. Trench coat and fedora hat. I better get dressed. There's notes from Penny, my secretary.
John,
She must have left it here a few
I'm
days
awfully
ago.
sorry, but I just can't keep going like this. You've been laid up in that hospital for ages, and I've been left skint with no wages coming in for months now. Before, with the state you were in, I couldn't bring myself to say anything. I thought it's best to let you get better in peace. But the other day, Dr. Forner rang and said they were finally going to let you out, so I figured it was time to tell you. I haven't been to the office in a month. And believe me, I'll miss Hawthorne Street and that old moldy brick building of ours, but I've got to move on. And you know, even before the accident, you still owe me 3 months' pay. Peter and I are planning to get married, and I need some stability. I hope you understand. I've left my key under the doormat. I've paid the water and electric bills, so those are in your hands now. Goodbye, John. I wish you all the luck in the world. P.S. A few days ago, an older woman came by asking for you. I told her you might be back at the office this afternoon. She seemed quite eager to have a word with you, Penny. Miss
Damn
Pennywise.
I don't blame her, though. I'm a right mess. I've managed to lose the only two things that kept me grounded. Her sound advice, always spot on, and the faint hope that she might...
They're very long,
these
these like inner monologues. And it's a very small space, so you want to click on the other stuff, but...
So the mystery woman who took my clothes to the cleaners...
Yeah,
was
I figured
Penny
out
after all.
because of the letter on the other side.
She's
You know
still
what I
got a
mean?
soft... I usually use the Windsor knot. I should get myself a pair of derbies. Or brogues. They're much more comfortable. Well-structured shoulders. Looks
So I
brand
put
new.
my coat on my head before I put on my
He's done a
pants and my
fine
shirt.
job of hiding any belly.
And me?
Can't complain about that.
No mirror.
Blimey, what a fall I took onto that rain-soaked pavement. And to top it off, with that downpour, I ruined my best suit. But, well, that's all water under the bridge now. Quite literally.
Alright, I think that's everything, right? We got... Wait,
Rainy and overcast.
can't
Typical
even see
London
outside. Oh my god. I'm blind. Achievement unlocked. Investigative recording of your hospital. Okay. I mean, what did they want me to do? Not click on things? Seems...
I'd better hurry up. Just like Penny says in her note, I might have a new client this afternoon. And with the way things are going, I can't afford to let that slip away. All right, let's get moving. Today's the first day of the rest of my life.
Can't talk to her? I thought I would need to, but no, I guess not. John Morley's office. Glass. Back to the streets and the cold comforts of foggy old London. The chimneys filled with air with the familiar tang of coal dust, while the rhythmic hum of the small industries in Whitechapel, Stepney, and Southwark rang in his ears like a symphony. Soon he'd be seated in his cluttered, dusty office once more, ready for the next case, perhaps finishing off some forgotten bottle of whiskey tucked away in a drawer, and mourning the irreplaceable loss of his assistant Penny. Alright, so we don't get to see the streets of London, I guess.
Back again. Feels like stepping into a forgotten paradise.
Pax Britannica. That's a very... Like, I don't know. This was the... What did it say, 1945? Well, I guess that could be. Very 50s looking
Everything's
American
got
car,
that
though.
same
I don't know.
old
I
charm,
don't... I
yet
don't
feel
believe
oddly
that.
New. This hospital stint's given me
The
a bit of a
Naughty
new
Cat.
outlook.
Live jazz,
Maybe I'll
champagne,
take it a shot
scandalous
from now on.
nights.
Sticking to
What?
cases that
Open
don't
every
demand a
night.
trip to the morgue.
Crazy. Trip to the morgue. Wait, I wasn't paying attention. I don't know. Why are there like advertisements inside like an... Oh, wait, no. This is not an apartment building. This is an office building, right? I guess. I was having a discussion with somebody about this kind of thing, like the chair earlier and this, like in other games. Like, well, yeah, but how would you block it without having to... You know, invisible walls don't feel nice. And yeah, this is like a bit, you know, silly because, yeah, I could step over it, whatever. But would you, like in real life, would you? Most of the times, no, you won't. Like,
Here they are. Penny's keys.
unless you actually live
Just
up
like
there
it
or
says
something,
in her
you
note.
wouldn't. Ooh, I like this. Look at that.
This case is worth its weight in gold. Everything you need for a portable lab.
A portable lab.
The umbrella with a bullet hole. Souvenir from the marksman case.
Wait, are there more
Minimal
games about this guy?
one.
I feel like he's talking about things that I don't know about.
My files. Cases, clients, debts. Too many debts. Fart. Even the coppers missed it. The slant on the letter E. That's what gave away.
That's
the
a really
darkest of
old
black
school
letters case.
type of typewriter. Kind of typewriter. Type of typewriter. Sounds funny.
Penny's desk. I ought to give her a ring.
Yeah,
Try
look,
to sweep
inspect
the
all items from the
coming back.
cases you've sold. So I guess there are more
If
games.
this new client brings in some
know
decent
about
dough,
We have to look them up.
maybe I could settle what I owe her and use a little charm to win her over. So this is Peter. That smug grin's got "Punch Me" written all over it.
Detective John Morley has solved the intricate case of the Jade Mask.
The murder weapon from the cadaver collector case. Nasty business, that one.
Pretty cool. I guess if you played the other games, this would be like a nice
This one's a favorite.
little
The jealous
trophies
lover
of your
solved everything with
previous
a few blows from an
games
ashtray.
capades.
Brutal, but effective.
Right, before I do that, let's look at this board. I feel like the
case of the Red Shoes murder. One of the most complicated I've faced. Finally. Case closed.
there's a bit of screen tearing. I have B-Sync off though. I don't know. I mean, I have G-Sync on, which usually it works fine. I
My
don't.
desk, strangely tidy. Normally it's buried under papers, notes, bits of evidence. Penny must have wanted to leave everything spick and span before she walked out on me.
Motel.
Another one of my cards.
Oh, what?
But this one has my last name circled. The drawer. It's locked. But there doesn't seem to be a keyhole. Amazing how this little gadget can reveal the devil in the details.
Oh. So just type in Morley. Where's the Y?
My Smith & Wesson. In perfect condition. You
That's
never know
perfect
when
condition. It
you're
looks
ready.
pretty junk to me. Looks pretty well worn. I don't know, man. See, what is that? Got nudie magazines in the...
The Scarlet Page. I trust Penny didn't go snooping through my things while I was away.
Haha.
Oh, my apologies, madam.
That's
I didn't hear
funny.
you come in. I was a bit distracted.
Good afternoon, Mr. Morley. I trust your assistant informed you of my visit as promised.
My apologies. I was rather engrossed and didn't notice your arrival. To whom do I owe the honor of this meeting?
Lady Margaret Fordside, the 4th Countess of Bloomsbury.
Lady Margaret.
The
Could you tell
wobble
me
what?
what brings you here today? How can I assist you?
I shall endeavor to be as candid as possible. 20 years ago, when my daughter was just 18, she was brutally murdered. It happened at our family estate, Bloomsbury
Wait, 20
Manor.
years ago?
Someone slipped into the house unnoticed, and upon reaching her room, delivered 5 fatal stab wounds to her chest, lungs, and heart. The police, eager to close the case, hastily blamed and condemned 2 violent thieves who clearly had nothing to do with her death. The investigation was closed, and justice was never served. I am prepared to offer you £30,000 if you take on this case, and a further £30,000.
That's a lot of
if you
money
can
for the
solve it
time,
and
right?
bring the true killer
30,000
to life.
pints in 1945?
Tell me, Mr. Morley, will you accept this case?
I understand your distress, Lady
20
Forsyth.
years ago, though. How am I
But
supposed to
before I
solve a
commit to
20-year-old case?
Might I trouble you
That
with a few
happened
questions?
By all means,
So
Mr.
long
Morley,
time ago.
ask whatever you must.
All right. Why now? That's a good question. Why now?
A case that's been cold for 20 years. You certainly don't make it easy for me, Lady Margaret. What made you decide to seek out a detective now?
For over 2 decades, I've fought tirelessly to have the case reopened, to prove that the real murderer escaped justice, but all in vain. Neither solicitors nor well-meaning police friends, nor even journalists hungry for a dark story have managed to uncover anything. Then one day, I read about your success in solving the case of the Red Shoes killer. Regrettably, I also learned of the unfortunate incident that left you hospitalized with grievous injuries. On the advice of your secretary, Miss Penny, I waited patiently for your recovery. And now, here I am.
Okay.
Tell me about the men the police arrested. Why are you so certain they weren't guilty?
2 days after the murder, The police arrested a pair of violent thieves who were terrorizing the county at the time. Though they swore their innocence in my daughter Elody's death, their criminal record completely undermined their defense. Seizing the opportunity, the police locked them away for their other crimes, and the case was closed.
So they got
But what
locked
has
up for
always
something
struck
else,
me
but
as
not for that one case that
is
they were
nothing
investigating.
was stolen on the night my Elody was killed. If those thieves were truly the culprits, why would they murder her and then leave without taking a single piece of silver? It doesn't add up, Mr. Morley.
Tell me about Bloomsbury Manor. Do you still reside there?
After Elody's death, I abandoned the estate. I couldn't bear to remain there, to live within those walls. Even now, when I visit the manor, it still feels as though I can hear her footsteps echoing through the halls, her voice humming that old melody. The delusions of an old woman who has mourned her daughter for far too long, Mr. Morley. No mother should ever have to bury her child. Should you accept the case, Bloomsbury Manor would likely be the best place to begin the investigation. I shall not impede your work, as I now reside at Bedford Square, in the heart of the city.
Okay.
Tell
Any
me,
witnesses?
were there any witnesses? Did anyone see or hear anything?
It happened at midnight. The house was practically empty at the time, with only a few servants and a guest who was sleeping in the west wing.
A guest?
I was the only one who might have heard something, as my room was next to hers. Unfortunately, I had taken a sleeping draught and fell into a deep slumber. It is a decision I shall regret for the rest of my days.
Who was the guest?
Well, I believe I have all the information I need to get started. I accept the case, and will begin the investigation immediately.
I'm pleased to hear that. My butler will bring you the £30,000 tomorrow morning. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have matters to attend to. Once you uncover the culprit, contact me at once, and I shall promptly deliver the remaining £30,000. Please, Mr. Morley, unravel this harrowing mystery that has tormented me for so long.
Damn, dude. 20 years old case. In the past. The visit from Countess Margaret Fordside was just what John needed. A case with all the right ingredients to steer his detective's instincts. An unsolved murder from 20 years ago abandoned by the police in their incompetence. And a generous reward waiting at the end. What more could a man want on his first day back? The journey to Bloomsbury Manor passed without incident. Though the rough, neglected road, ravaged by years of rain and wind, made for an uncomfortable ride. He arrived under the cover of night. The place was quiet, like the ruins of an old tomb. Forgotten and forsaken. Another achievement. I'm getting an achievement every time I go somewhere. I must say, I really like how the game looks. It's got like a very nice atmosphere.
A haunting silence enveloped the air. It was as though
Wait,
the
I gotta
very
open the
night
door
of the
for my doggy
crime
to go.
still lingered here, shrouded in an eerie calm. The manor stood before me. Its facade
Alright,
was inscrutable
that should do
as
it.
the shadows that danced in the moonlight. Every step I took felt like a step deeper into the heart of a mystery that refused to be forgotten.
Damn, that looks cool. Alright. Oh, I'm outside. Am I just gonna leave the car running like that? It's gonna run out of battery. How am I gonna get back? seems a bit impractical. I'm already doing detective work. Very nice. Can I jump in the water? No. And the lights are on.
Not a sound. The stillness feels heavy, like it's hiding something.
Westland Asylum, a place of hope and healing. At Westland Asylum, we begin the path to recovery. Begins with compassion, understanding, and the most advanced techniques of mental health care. Our institution offers a tranquil haven for those seeking respite from the trials of the mind. Okay. Just heard somebody on the other side of the
This
door.
painting, it's rather grim.
It is quite grim.
There's something deeply unsettling about it. Almost like it carries a shadow of its own.
I don't know if it's unsettling. I mean, it's definitely an interesting piece to display on your entry, but, you know. Westland Society of Fine Arts, 1923. Your Ladyship. I write you on behalf of the Westland Society of Fine Arts regarding the exhibition currently on display at our gallery, which features several works by your daughter, Miss Elody Fordside. While we fully appreciate the remarkable talent and artistry evident in her work, it is with great regret that we must inform you of a matter of concern. Several of the Society's patrons, particularly among the more sensitive members of our community, have found Mr. Fortside's painting to be of a highly disturbing nature. We have received numerous complaints, with mothers remarking that the artwork has caused distress to their children, and some ladies reporting feelings of unease. There is a growing sentiment that the pieces are unsuitable for public exhibition, particularly in a space frequented by young and impressionable minds. It is with the utmost respect and consideration that we kindly request your ladyship to arrange for the removal of Miss Fortside's paintings from the current display. We understand that this may cause disappointment, but we feel it is necessary to preserve the decorum and sensibilities of our gallery's visitors. We would be honored to work with you in finding a more appropriate venue to exhibit Miss Fortside's art, where her unique vision can be appreciated by a more discerning and prepared audience. We trust you will understand our position in this delicate matter, and we look forward to hearing from you at your earliest convenience. With the deepest respect, yours faithfully, Sir Arthur Wellesley, Secretary, Westland Society of Fine.
It seems Elody had a passion
So she
for
painted
art,
that?
but her style wasn't exactly well received. Disturbing from the looks of it.
She was just ahead of her time. Yes. Left or right? Oh, that's actually
The
locked. Never
door's
mind.
chained up with a padlock. Looks like I'll need to find the key. A blue moon. Fitting for a place haunted by its own secrets.
Blue Moon. That's such a good song.
Looks like the Countess left this for
You
me.
can now turn on
Could be
the
useful for getting around
lantern.
the place.
Wait, what is that? What's that noise? How do I turn on the lantern? Oh, why? That looks rusty as hell.
It seems Lord Fordside was a renowned sculptor, though his works were somewhat sinister.
Just a second. Okay, there we go. What about this? Can I turn it? Okay, so this is a puzzle of sorts. My lady, I would kindly ask that once the midday service is complete, you grant me a few moments of your time in the library. John Morley, housekeeper. Okay.
So, the housekeeper left a note for the Countess,
Oh, that's funny. That's
asking
cool.
her to meet
I like
here on
that.
the day of the murder. I wonder what truly happened during that encounter. Very well. Let's piece the events together, step by step.
Piece the events together.
2 chairs. One of them knocked over. Some of these tools have been bent, likely trampled over. A silver knife is missing, and it's nowhere to be found. Likely taken by the same person who caused all this destruction.
Oh, I can use to take the boards off, I guess.
It looks like this vase was shattered. Not just dropped, but smashed with intent.
Nice.
Looks like the crowbar is broken.
It broke. What? I used it once. To
Lady
all
Margaret,
staff members.
after the death of her daughter, dismissed the staff and left the mansion.
Hmm.
No doubt, this is the cook's room.
What did it say on the other note? I can't read it. It's too small. Oh.
A doll pierced with an awl. A warning? The young maid was an avid fan of actor Valentin Rudolph. What a collection of posters from his films.
Dear mother, I wish I could tell you that all is well and that I am happy here at Countess' household. Mrs. Merriwer, the housekeeper, takes good care of me. Lady Margaret sees no one but her daughter. According to Mrs. Merriwer, she fears some kind of relapse and manner is falling apart day by day. The worst of it, mother, is that man, that dark. I guess it's missing something there. He lurks in the shadowy corners of the house when I am cleaning or carrying out my tasks and throws himself at me. He's incredibly strong. His great hand sees me and I feel completely helpless. At night, I'm afraid to go to the lavatory. There in the dim solitude, I feel watched by something wicked, and a deep spectral breathing leaves me frozen with fear. Only Mrs. Merriwer has listened to me. I believe she too understands that this man is a great danger, one that will sooner or later bring about a tragedy. She and I are exhausted. Yours affectionately. So is that the guest? Like the guy that she met in the asylum?
A backgammon board. One of the oldest board games.
This is a bigger room. Why is it all covered in gold? The door. Attention staff. Oh, look! That's one of the codes. 34982. I'm gonna forget that.
Miss Marva apparently knew her way out
Tarot
of the tarot.
cards.
What a dreadful spread, and what a chilling omen it revealed. Evil approaches. It will bring death, and lay ruin to the house and all who dwell within.
Three, 4, 982. The other one is 25, right? I don't know. I need to take a screenshot of that, maybe. But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna type it into chat. Where is my mouse? 34982. Boom. Alright, let's go look at the lavatory. Then we're going upstairs, I guess. There. Oh.
A pair of blood-stained scissors stuck in the sink basin. Deeply unsettling.
Why do I hear somebody breathing? What the... You hear that? Oh, dude, no. I'm out of here, too. I would be so creeped out as well. Like, holy... Nope. Big nope.
Is there someone else in the house? Who the devil is that man? He had a knife. I'm completely in the dark here. I don't think he saw me.
I'm so confused. That was the guy, right? That sailor guy? I think. Whoa. This is where it turns into a horror game. 34982. Is it this? Oh, the other one. 3 4 9 8 2. Nope. The other side. 3 4 8 2. Well, I had to click A, duh. How was I supposed to know that? Anyway, we're through. I can't see anything. Where's my lantern?
Another boarded up door. The question is, was it sealed before the murder? And why? This must be Walter Brandon's room.
Walter Brandon? Big chest. Oh, there's a ship.
A model ship. Mr. Brandon must have felt a deep yearning for the sea. A compass and a sextant. Tools of a sailor. An empty bottle. It smells of good rum.
How long does the smell of good rum stay in an empty bottle?
The diary of Walter Brandon. Perhaps it holds some clues about who he was.
And people used to have
what his
diaries.
involvement in this case might be.
Okay. What happened with that?
I am terrified that man has found me. I fear something dreadful is about to happen. Tonight as I awoke, I saw him, standing at the foot of my bed. I could not make out his face, but his knife. The gleam of its blade shone in the darkness. I sprang up suddenly, determined to confront this stranger. Grabbing the heavy candlestick from the nightstand, I hurled it with all my strength. He vanished into the dark.
What? So that guy that we saw is not this guy. Yes. Oh, wait. The handprint in the window. Oh!
Coming here was a grave mistake. He has followed me, watching and lurking in dark corners, waiting to surprise me.
Why do I feel it's him
I dare
too?
not tell Elody. She would think the one thing
Like
I
it's
dread most for
himself.
her
It's
to
his
believe.
dark side. You know?
I see him
Maybe.
again from the window, watching me. His long hair and beard obscure his face, and he still holds that knife. He means to kill me.
Crazy. I don't think I need to click on that again, do I?
I am losing my faculties.
I do.
It is best I return to the ship. Everyone seems to be conspiring against me. The housekeeper despises me, accusing me of misconduct. Perhaps I'm not a man of refinement, but I know what respect is. Yet this morning, as I awoke from my rest, she was enraged with me. It was of no use to tell her I had slept peacefully. An external maid who comes to clean was crying and accusing me of having approached her in an unseemly manner. I would never do such a thing. I am a sailor, a man of the world. I know how to conduct myself.
I think he's that. I think he's like... it's him, but he doesn't know it's him kind of thing. I don't know. Oh, the chest. Let's see.
The last entry in the diary, dated the very night of the murder.
My beloved Elody, why can you not believe this poor sailor who only wishes to love you? I have left everything behind. My ship, the sea, all my world, just to be by your side as you asked me to. Damn it. I can hear the man with the knife coming up the stairs from the hall. I need to hide.
Walter was terrified. What in the devil was happening here? It seems this trunk was all Walter owned. I should take a look at it. Seems I'm not the only one with a fondness for hats.
Oh, a key. Okay.
Looks like the key to the back garden. I better head back to the staircase gallery. Pretty sure I saw a door to the outside there. A photograph of Elody. No doubt Walter cared for her deeply.
Alright. Well, so we don't go to that side yet. We are going.
The killer likely fled through the rear door of the house.
That's oh wait, look, there's a clue there. There's a clue there. Not going in the greenhouse yet, I guess.
At that old fountain in the garden, now little more than a basin of stagnant water, one can still make out the faint impressions of bloodied hands.
20 years
Certain
though.
the killer stopped
Keep
here,
in mind, this is
in a
20
hurried
years old
attempt to
blood.
wash away some of the blood spattered across his body.
In England, with rain and stuff for 20 years, there's still a bloody hand on the thing. I don't know, man. That's the first, like, big stretch. I don't know about that one. Mr. Morley.
The gate still bears the macabre traces of that old tragedy, like a silent witness, pointing to the path taken by that murderous beast as he fled.
Maybe I find another crowbar?
Here's the missing kitchen knife.
Oh, the knife.
Undoubtedly the murder weapon. It's clear that the man who killed Elody discarded his blood-stained clothing during his escape. Despite his injuries, the killer rid himself of anything that might incriminate him before fleeing the scene. The coat, even the knife. It's a chilling thought, but those very items remind me of the figure seen lurking near the manor, the same figure Walter Brandon spoke of with such dread. And perhaps the very one who was said to have harassed the maids. That mysterious presence was, in all likelihood, the murderer of Elody Fordside.
It was this guy. I already know it. Look. Over.
This ought to do the trick for that boarded up room upstairs, just by Walter Brandon's room.
I knew it. Is there anything else we can check out here? Wait. That tree fell. From where? How did that fit here? I'm so confused. I mean, it looks nice. Don't get me wrong, but it don't make much sense. Alright. Let's go check out this boarded up room upstairs. Before I get jump scared again. Actually, wait, we are already upstairs, right? Well, I mean, yes and no. Whoa, what is this? Sculpting tools? To this day, 3 years since his disappearance, I still catch myself entering this room, expecting to find him there, exhausted yet sleepless, laboring without pause, shut away for days on end without food or rest, carving his final dreadful and chilling masterpiece with those eyes, mad, haunted, the same eyes that seem to afflict every Fordside heir without exception, the very same enigmatic, sorrowful gaze I find myself recognizing more and more in Elody's face with each passing day. The day I saw her, scarcely 3 years old, create her first drawing, I knew then she too was lost. I cursed this wretched inheritance, so steeped in misfortune. Tomorrow I shall take Elody to the sanatorium. With therapy in a controlled environment, perhaps then she might begin to improve. I shall not allow the Fordside legacy to take Elody from me as well. So it's like a curse? 25741. That's the other one. 25741. I'm going to type that in chat so I don't forget it. I knew it was 25 because we saw that on the other little card down there.
Unlabeled liquor bottles. The damp and the passing years have likely worn away whatever once marked them. There's a distinct scent of wormwood, the plant at the heart of absinthe. Thujone, its active compound, could provoke hallucinations. Visions said to come straight from the goddess Artemis herself. A sharpening wheel. Lord Fordside likely crafted his own chisels.
How would you carry this up here? That's nuts. Can't go this.
Lord Fordside was a gifted artist, no doubt, but his work betrayed a dark and tormented soul. This unfinished fallen angel stirs in me a curious sense of unease, almost repulsion.
At least I don't hear the other weird dude around the house. For now. Alright. Let's see. So now this new code was 25741. There's blood on that door. Oh shit. There's the dude.
Again. Who the bloody hell are you?
Is he just gonna stand there? I guess he is.
Looks like it belongs to a woman. Lady Margaret, perhaps?
Let's do this one
Seems
first.
Lady Margaret was reading in the chair that evening. The book's still open. Right where she left it. It's a damn fine bottle of wine. No one in their right mind would open a vintage like this and leave it abandoned, unless something rather urgent interrupted the evening.
Lucky stars. A key. Keys for something.
The bed is made. The Countess hadn't yet gone to bed on the night of the murder.
Another diary.
This is a nightmare.
Perhaps.
I am deeply concerned for Elody.
Too many
The
diaries.
housekeeper has long
Too
been
many
warning
diaries.
me about Walter. I have made some inquiries, and nothing is as it seems. Elody remains blissfully happy with him in the house. I am at my wit's end. Since her return from the sanatorium, she has been positively radiant, a true beacon of light. They go out together and seem to have a splendid time. He appears very close to her. This is in stark contrast to the picture painted by the housekeeper, which is a complete contradiction. Last night I heard him scream. He seemed to be in the throes of a panic attack. I approached on tiptoe to the guest quarters, and then suddenly I was struck with terror. An insane, maniacal laughter echoed through the night. It did not sound like him. The following morning, Walter and Elody went out to sail on the pond. Everything appeared normal, and he was the most charming he has ever been.
I swear, this is like a double personality thing. There has to be. Is there another clue here? Is that guy still
I just finished
standing there?
gathering all the clues from the Countess's room before exploring other parts of the house.
Oh yeah, sorry. This one.
Something made of glass is shattered here.
Oh my God, what is that noise? It's coming from Elody's room.
And that's why there's blood on the door, right? The guy's not there anymore. Can't see nothing. This Elody's room? I can't open it now. What? I was able to earlier. I didn't. I guess I should have. Shit. Did I just lock myself out?
The fireplace tools, all knocked over on the floor. And unless my eyes deceive me, the poker appears to be missing.
Oh my God, Elody!
Lady Margaret, quite agitated, grabbed the fireplace poker and rushed toward Elody's room.
Can I open it now? Nope. What am I missing? Oh, the
A key.
keys.
Likely the one to Elody's room.
I probably couldn't even open it when I thought I could.
Lady Margaret lied to me. She hadn't taken any sleeping draught that night. She could have heard the attack and rushed to see what was happening. Why did she hide this from me? The more I investigate, the more convoluted it all seems. I should head to Elody's room to search for answers.
Alright, we got a record player, blood stain. I like that painting. October broken chair. Photograph.
A pool of dried blood. There's no doubt now. This was the scene of the crime. Photograph of Lady Fordside and Walter Brandon. If my memory serves me right, it looks like it was taken at Westland Asylum. There was a struggle here, clear as day. Not a clean break-in. The killer wasn't subtle.
There's not much else though. What am I supposed to be looking at? I have a feeling I'm about to get jump scared as soon as I go out of this room. Oh, wait, that wasn't there, right?
A rag doll, tossed on the floor.
Or was it?
I'd wager it used to sit neatly on the bed. Either it was knocked over in the scuffle, or perhaps Elody dropped it herself in the panic. Judging by the sheer brutality of the crime, we can almost certainly conclude the killer was a man of considerable build. The blood-stained coat, found alongside the greenhouse knife, suggests that the mysterious figure seen loitering nearby may, in fact, be the very same individual who committed the murder. They say the killer always returns to the scene of the crime. But 20 years have passed. Why now? Let's attempt to reconstruct the events, just as they might have unfolded that night, and try to understand precisely what happened.
Alright. Let's do it.
On the bedside table. Elody must have lain down that night, perhaps already drifting to sleep.
Broken lock.
The door's lock, completely broken, indicates someone forced their way into the room, likely startling Elody awake. Elody tried to flee, but the killer cornered her near the vanity. She lost her balance and fell, breaking the dresser and chair.
Wait, but the blood's on the bed though. What?
The killer dragged her to the bed against her will.
Okay.
In the struggle, one of the vases fell from the mantelpiece. On the bed, the killer stabbed her mercilessly, again and again, staining the sheets with blood.
And then the mom came in. So she knows who the killer is.
Lady Margaret arrived,
right?
striking the killer with the fireplace poker, knocking him away from Elody.
She knows who it is.
Wounded, the killer fled the scene, but it was already too late. Elody was already dead.
It was the guy. She knows it was the guy, I guess. I don't know.
The old Bloomsbury mansion. It choked my thoughts. It had that kind of sadness that seeps into your bones like old damp, and that sudden abandonment, so clear before my eyes, looked like a sinister time capsule.
I think it was him. I think he just has like a weird double personality thing going on.
One thing was certain. My next move was to dig up answers about the man with the knife, and about Walter Brandon, the sailor from Westland Asylum, an old, forgotten sanatorium that, 20 years ago, was the scene of a meeting between Elody Fordside and that Brandon fellow.
So if we go to the asylum, we're gonna find out that he was like schizophrenic or something. The old sanatorium loomed in the distance, silent and solemn, a monument to forgotten suffering. It stood like a sleeping giant, its walls steeped in the horrors of another age. John knew that crossing its threshold meant stepping into the labyrinths of the human mind, where the madness of some and the cold indifference of others had turned places like this into breeding ground for nightmares. A creeping unease settled in as he neared the entrance, a whisper of dread curling at the edges of his thoughts. Yet he pressed on. He needed answers, and he was certain they were vainly waiting in the dark.
It was an ungodly hour when my battered car crept along the winding, shadowed road leading to Westland Asylum.
Ooh, we're going to like an old school asylum. Oh, nice.
But what I found upon arrival was disquieting.
It's abandoned.
The building, forsaken for more than a decade, remained illuminated. Was it some ancient emergency system defying the passage of time? Or was someone awaiting my arrival?
He needs to learn to turn the lights off. Westland Asylum. Alright, but I think this is a good stopping point for today. We've been playing this for like about an hour and a half. So I'm gonna do an episode 2 of this. I will just change the title of this video so it says like part 1 or something on YouTube. So check it out if you want to see the full thing. And I will play this again probably during the week, next week. So, I don't know, maybe like Wednesday or something. And we'll keep going because I'm really liking it. The story is pretty cool. I'm going to see if I can, now that I'm inside the game and not only the menu, I'm going to see if I can move a little bit something of the graphic settings. So we can not get that screen tear like that. But yeah, it should be good. We'll leave it there. Can I save here? Let's see, before I get off the game. Options. I guess I just click quit. I don't even know. I'll figure it out once I get out. But this should be a safe spot, right? We literally got into a new area. So, yep. I appreciate you all stopping by, watching. If you either watched live or like after the fact. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Thank you for watching. I will be back, and then Tuesday, skate, because there's going to be new weeklies or something. Wait, the new season, right? New season starts this Tuesday, so we'll see. I don't know. Will I get it? Won't I get it? We'll find out. It depends. We'll look at the season pass and stuff. Maybe not. I'm kind of like more towards not getting it than actually getting it. We'll see. We'll see. And, yeah. I will catch you guys next time. Until then, stay plugged in, stay connected, stay safe. I'm gonna do a quick raid over here on Twitch, so don't leave yet. 2. Let's see if there's somebody I'm following. I think the audio just cut off. That happens. Right here, there's somebody I follow that is streaming Super Mario World. So we'll go do that. We'll go do that. But yep. All right. Until next time. Ciao, ciao.
You're the cigarette burn on hotel sheets. The reason I'm still grinding in the heat. Your perfume on my jacket like a stain. I'd skate through broken glass to feel this pain. You're my religion in the dark. Every bruise becomes a mark. Fall for you 1,000 times. You're the reason for the climb. Empty pools at 3 a.m. glow. Your silhouette's the only high I know. Rosary wrapped around the rearview mirror. Push myself till you appear clearer. You're my religion in the dark. Every bruise becomes a mark. Fall for you 1,000 times. You're the reason for